Welcome back, everybody. It's Creative Redundancy, the one known as CR, making the word care, encourage, cover. And all those other CR words that I enjoy hearing, besides create and creativity. So this stream is going to be more an open-based discussion about some stuff, reconnect with you people out there. And like I said in the description, share a few things or stories along the way. Hopefully everyone's doing well while I wait for some people to drop in here. I'll just pop in some stuff on the screen here, like that. So hopefully everyone's doing well. It's certainly getting, less cold. It's definitely getting nicer out as time goes on. Well, time. Let's just say minus 10 seems a lot better than minus 35 Celsius. Like we had early. And the temperature is still going to keep rising throughout the week here. So, looking forward to that. Give me a chance to go back outside a little bit more than usual. Because I'm sick of the hibernation. What? I'll just keep going on. I'm actually outside right now doing this stream. Just in a more sheltered area away from the wind. Got the heads and stuff like that. It's cloudy with some sunny breaks right now. There's definitely snow on the ground. There's no shortage of snow, that's for sure now. A lot less than what I've seen in the last couple of years, but at least there's snow. Snow is important for the springtime. You get that melting, it melts into the ground, water in the ground, adds to the water table, adds to those rivers and lakes that we have, especially here in North America, especially here in Canada, and all that stuff. What's up, Ram? Ram Family Farm in the house. Hi, Holly. How are you doing? Rem says keep the snow, CR. Okay. I'll keep the snow. Or maybe I'll drop it off to you as water. As rainwater instead, right? I'll drop it off as rainwater instead. I'll ship it to you, and by the time it gets to you, it'll turn into water. So, I wouldn't say as an announcement, but I will share something in a little bit here. It's something very specific. However, I won't be sharing this directly on the YouTube side. You'll have to follow me on the Instagram side. I'm posting it as a reel. So, you'll have to wait for that reel to come out to find out what really it is. See what I did there? Oh, wow, Holly. Water's fine. I don't need to show it, CR. Yeah. I got the daydreaming music playing in the background on the streamer side. Just some audio so I can make sure my headset's still connected and all that stuff. Here's a looping visual that I made a while back. I actually made it all on a... Yeah, I actually did make it on a phone. And it has my standard CR icon. Although I changed it white, so it stands out on the black background more, and just this visual in the background with so, and basically this will just loop. It's a 17-second thing that just loops back to the beginning again as a visual. So it looks a little bit more interesting than my iPod just echoing as I talk, among some other things. So I got some reels and shorts and videos in the works. Some of them are already out on the channel already. You'll just have to wait for the day that they get scheduled to be public. I keep changing some of the scheduling times for them. Well, I should say not the time, but the date for them. I actually had, it's the 22nd, isn't it? 21st, I think. Anyways, I actually originally had a video scheduled for January 12th. That wasn't the same one that you actually saw available publicly on that day. It's a video that I've actually put out on the channel, technically uploaded like last month in December. Because like I've been saying, I've actually been scheduling these videos in advance, which has been very useful. Let me take off my hood here. You can hear me probably better. You're probably hearing my hood. And basically, I rescheduled the video that I had for January 12th of this month to next month now. Because there's a couple of videos I want to put out first and schedule and have available first beforehand. Some of these other videos I have, they're not very time or seasonal dependent, so I can post them whenever. So I'll just probably fill in some blank weeks that I don't have content and just post them schedule them for that time. So, like I said, hopefully everyone's doing well. I've been a little behind on some of the streams, some of the videos. I've been trying to chime in, but sometimes I'm busy. I still have to do my own things here too. So I'll try to chime back in. Especially to you, Rem. I'll try to chime back in on this Friday stream at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Right. And everything in between. I'll try to chime back in. Because, like I said, I'm trying to post more videos and reels and shorts, so I gotta actually take the time to edit the content and fine-tune them and polish them up and stuff like that as much as possible. So they're more ready to go. I do appreciate everyone that actually viewed the last couple videos / shorts / reels that I posted. I appreciate the encouragement very much so. Especially seeing some different faces leave comments and replies and all that stuff. It's very, very encouraging to see that. Appreciate it very much from all those people. Well, it's not that it's time consuming, but I do need to set time for it though, right? I mean, it really does depend on the content I'm making. I mean, because there's certain things that need to be done, regardless. I mean, it's title, thumbnail. A title I can just think of when I'm just doing stuff, right? I can be in a live stream thinking about the title. The thumbnail, I can plan ahead a little and visualize it in my head, all right? However, the thumbnail itself, I still have to compose it together or bring it together and combine the elements together. Now, the editing part of it, but then the videoing part of it, it depends too. Sometimes if I'm videoing something, sometimes in post-production, I'm speeding up the footage. So what you see as 10 seconds is actually like 5 minutes of worth of footage. And I speed up to like 10x just to get so you can see that I'm actually doing it while I'm talking about it and stuff like that. And some of the other content, like my last video, my last shorts I posted recently on the channel here, of this week and last week, they pretty much just wrote themselves. I mean, relatively, I had the short. The shorts was relatively simple, relatively straightforward. 10 seconds. Only took me like 20, let's say 20 minutes to edit. Not even. All right. Like literally, I could be like eating and editing that, right? And this other long form content that I had on the seating pad video. If you haven't checked it out, take a seat and relax and watch that video because it might warm you up. And it's that content I have recorded actually this month. I didn't actually schedule it in advance. I just wanted to add it in while it was actually still winter time, relatively speaking, because it was still relatively cold at that time. I went, yeah, I'll post that content right. I want to post it right away just because it's more applicable for this time of year versus having it later where maybe it's less applicable, less searchable, and something like that. And I want you guys to like see it beforehand, because I know some places are cold or less cold and stuff like that. Hi Teresa. Hi Penny. What's up? I see you guys. What's up, Penny? So yeah, I mean, the seating pad video, like I said, I literally did it in 90 couple hours from recording all the way up to posting it. Like literally, I just scheduled it for that Friday, a couple of days later, pretty much. I just kind of made it work. It was actually one of the things I wrote down last month as I have this sheet that I have of content that I want to record or ideas that I want to put forth out there on the channel. And I was just like, yeah, now it seems like a good time. And I found the time to record it and, edit, add in some B-roll in because I had to actually add in quite a bit of B-roll into this because I was explaining something and I needed some footage to kind of supplement the what I'm talking about and stuff like that, and just managed to all come together really nicely. I mean that video was only like 90 seconds or 2 minutes or whatever, so it didn't even take me that long. Really, that's easy because the content is easy to record. I know what I'm gonna be talking about or how I'm gonna say it. The B-roll, if I do put it in, it's kind of self-explanatory. Like I know what I'm looking for. I'm like, I explain how it can be used for sitting on while you're fixing a tire. Well, I found an image, an open source image of it. I was just like, oh yeah, this will work. I'll just like kind of add some movement into this stationary image or a static image to add some flow to it and stuff like that, and just came together like it was meant to be, like it was always meant to be combined together. Hello Huga. Hello CB. How are you doing, my friend? Nice to see you here. Nice to see you all you fine gentlemen and ladies out there. Yes, I just used that word fine. Because you guys are all fine. So I found out anyways. So, yeah. I mean, honestly, as I've been scheduling more and more lately in the last couple of months, I've realized it's actually much more beneficial than I've realized. especially as I put forth more and more of it. It just gave me more time to record, more time to do other things, and more time, right? Because in terms of like relating it into preparedness to a certain degree, preparedness is basically having gear, resources, and the skill, knowledge, and experience beforehand, right? So if something happens or whatever, right, let's just say an interruption, it just becomes a slight inconvenience, or it helps you buffer that time. So these hurdles that we all have in life, right, these bumps and hurdles we have, the preparedness just kind of smooths it out a little bit more because it becomes like a buffer zone. In that same way, the scheduling has become a buffer zone for me of content. So it allows me to not rush at the last second. You know what I mean? Like, even in preparedness, rushing at the last minute is less than desirable. Just because, well, we already know what happened in 2020 with the GP thing. Excuse me. Let me have a drink of water. But you know what I mean? So, yeah. There's Ram's link right there in the chat. So we can go check that out. Like I said, Ram's live on Fridays at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. And sometimes I'm there. Not all the time, but sometimes I'm available and I'll drop by for a little bit of time. Try to give some people some time. And speaking of giving people some time, because last night, because today's Tuesday at the time of this stream / replay, shout out to the replay gang catching this later on, 17 minutes in. Yeah, yesterday I was stream hopping, and I've said this before and I'll say this again. During prime time between 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern to 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific is prime time. And for everyone who knows, I know you guys are subscribed, supporting, following a lot of channels out there, because I know I'm not the only one. You realize that your subscription feed, right? And you're like, it's live right now, right? And yesterday I had, the topics were all interesting, right? And I was just like, so basically I was stream hopping. Like yesterday, like in the course of like 4 hours, I mean, in 4 different streams. And the thing is, some of these stream times overlap. So you'll see me in the side chat say it straight up. I'll be like, hey, I'm sliding out in 15 minutes or at the top of the hour or at 1:45, because for the most part, especially yesterday at this time, I was actually popping into another stream to support their content too. Because I've known some of you folks for a long time. I'm like, I want to support your content, especially if you're going live as much as possible. But if you all go live at the same time, I want to try to be there as much as possible. I know some people, do watch streams at the same time or whatever. It's one thing if you have a computer or a desktop to do that. It's a little bit different to multitask like that on a phone, which I'm using right now. So sometimes, and the thing is, it divides your attention if you're watching 2 different streams, right? Because you can only listen so much, right? You can only type so fast. You can only read the chat so fast. So, sometimes I'll be like, yesterday, I gave someone 45 minutes of my time, gave someone else 25, 30 minutes of my time, then gave someone else another 30 minutes, then I chimed in for someone else for like about an hour, because I enjoyed what they were talking about. It was enjoyable. And the people in the side chat were cool too, right? Able to bounce ideas off and communicate and all that good stuff. What's up, Aid? I see you in there. Engineer was there. Before he saw me write that comment. I'm sliding out at quarter two, by the way. That's why I give the heads up on that, right? I don't like sliding out of the chat unexpectedly. I actually say I'm slipping out, just so you know I'm sliding out, just in case you want to ask me something or say mention something before I leave, right? Because in the real world, I don't like just leaving without saying something. It just seems rude. So I try not to do it in the virtual world, because just because we're talking in text instant messaging platform doesn't mean that I can't be polite about things and kind of be like, hey, I'm slipping out or something like that, or I gotta slide, right? And because if people tell me that on my own stream, I would understand too. I get it, right? Maybe there's another stream, you gave me like 20, 30 minutes watch time, on stream or whatever, and you gotta slide out to catch another stream, right? Because you enjoy their content, you want to support other content creators out there. I would understand that, because to me, if I was in the same shoes, I'd probably do the same thing too. Or I've already done the same thing too. So, I remember it's all cool, right? To say, hey, see ya, I'm slipping out in 5, I'll be like, okay, it's all good, right? Because I get it. Stuff. There's other things that happen too, not just in the virtual environment, streams or whatever, or premieres, when things like work, school, play, going outdoors, going camping, shoveling the snow, which is a sneak peek on on something else I as real. Yeah, but that content's only gonna be over on Instagram. I've decided not to post it here on the YouTube side, at least not right now, anyways. Like literally, I just posted it on Instagram. Now it's not. I haven't shared it, so it's still in the draft form, but it is there. I'll probably make it public probably tomorrow at this time, among some other things in the works. Hello, Vanessa. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got them all, Penny. Yeah, I see that comment, Aid. Yeah. It's hard to multitask at times, especially if there's a lot of dialogue, a lot of talking, a lot on the side chat, right? I want to chime in, right? I mean, I've been in streams where they're co-streaming, or the audio is exactly the same because they're actually physically in the same location, right? I've seen those. That's one thing, right? I'll bounce back and forth or whatever, right? But when it's totally two different types of streams, even the talk or the discussion or the chat's different. Like one stream talking about Dutch ovens, another one's talking about something about shelter or water purification. It's kind of hard to chime back and forth and make sure that hopefully I don't type something in the wrong chat. No, you know what I mean? Because you're just typing real quick or something like that. You're like, oh, whoops, wrong chat. You gotta retract your statement, and someone will see it, and the host will see it on their StreamYard side, and it's like, all right. I've noticed that before. Rarely do I notice it, but sometimes I've noticed it. I'm just like, people will retract right away. I'm like, I think that was supposed to be for another chat window. Because, you're trying to chime back and forth and listen to, right? Engage with the host, the panel, and the side chat that you're on, right? Or it could be a premiere too, I guess. Hey, it's California Floor. Oh, yeah, okay, King Poopo. Okay, Dustin, okay. California Floor, how are you doing? I got 9 in the house right now. Cool. You finished a small. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I remember that you posted it over on IG on Instagram. Yes, yeah, yeah. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Speak of kind of cool. It's just below freezing here. It's not that sunny out, and I gotta put my hood on. Yeah, that's cool, Vanessa. Yeah, yeah. I figured that much, King Puma. Oh, well, that stream last night with Grow Big TV. Oh, that was fun. Informative and entertaining at the same time. So much so that I actually had to take a screenshot. Oh, there was something funny that happened right before I left that stream. I was just like, uh, I could still picture it. Good times, good times. Yeah, always gotta have fun, right? Enjoy the stream for their knowledge or whatever, but enjoy the entertainment factor too. You gotta get a laugh at it. You laugh out loud, smile. That's good, right? Smiling, a couple laughs every so often keeps you kind of sane. Keeps your morale up as much as possible. That's the key. Learn and laugh. Straight up, hey? Can you do that yet? So I double checked and I made sure I actually put my phone into like airplane mode so I wouldn't get interrupted by a call. If it's important, they'll leave me a voicemail. But hopefully it won't. Rain, Vanessa. Of all the things, of all the forms of precipitation that I don't like at times, freezing rain is probably pretty much one of the top three. Yes, I've seen. Unfortunately, I have not had freezing rain here this season, this kind of winter season, slash fall, slash spring, but this last year, the 2021 2020, the 2022 2023 season, I did see freezing rain 4 times. Minor at times, but then there was other times where, yeah, I'm like, I think I should wear those ice cleats outside, kind of deal, right? Where it's like, you can't just wear per se shoes and boots. You need a little bit more traction. Like that. I would see people throwing out sand, like, or road salt, or whatever, like on the sidewalk or whatever driveway and stuff like that, right? Falling on ice. Well, freezing rain kind of sucks, by the way. Done it, and I don't like it. Just saying, just saying. I don't know, for some of you, I know some of you live down south more and don't see that as often, but yeah, falling on ice and slipping is not great. It's kind of painful, and it's kind of, ow, where you're like, ow, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, that too, right? And that stuff is like terrible, right? Company logo says Vanessa Kitty, learn how to learn how to teach how to learn, teach how to teach. That's cool. That's the coolest. Yeah, exactly. Horrible driving, walking, biking, whatever, right? Just any form of transportation. Freezing rain just kind of sucks for out. Right? I think it even sucks for, yeah, it actually does, because it doesn't matter if you're flying on a train, on a bus, in a car, in a vehicle, or pretty much anything, any form of transportation. Freezing rain just affects everything, right? And it lingers for a while too, right? That even if it's stopped, it lingers for a while. And it's kind of hard to prevent it to a certain degree, right? Because it just The way that if I remember right, because up in the atmosphere, right, it's falling as snow, if I remember right. Then it hits this warm pocket of air. It melts and changes to a water droplet, but there's this super cold layer of cold air closer to the ground, chills it, and as soon as it hits a surface, it instantly freezes it, and it instantly solidifies it. Right? So it's hard to prevent that. You can only kind of mitigate that or deal with it after the fact, right? I mean, I guess it's one thing if you cover it or something like that, but not everyone who's not cover the ground, who's not right, and all this stuff, right? Especially something large like an airplane or a vehicle or the cement or your driveway or your deck or your steps outside your front door, back door, and stuff like that, right? You know, where the safest areas are like underneath an overhang or underneath something that has say, like a form of cover up over top. So, yeah. Hey, what's up, Romy? Oh, and Lori J's in here too. What? For real? You are awesome. You're prepping meals? Lori J just like came in just to like say, hey, I'm prepping meals. Are you hungry, by the way? I appreciate everyone that dropped by on that shorts. By the way, I posted both the shorts and the reels of the same footage, so you can go check that out. I actually something I actually did or ate, by the way. It's nice to see you, Lori. Roaming, how's it going, man? Virtual fist bump to you. Hopefully you're doing well. Is all saying hi to each other? Okay, California Ford. Catch you later. Appreciate your support over on Instagram, by the way. No, I've never had a chance to go there personally. I mean, yeah, I could see footage, videos, pictures, but obviously seeing the real thing, hearing it with your ears, and seeing it with your own eyes, it's a totally thing. So, no. I guess it'll be on one of my bucket lists of things to do here in Canada, among some other things. From King Poopa. Oh yeah. I got you. Yeah, it's part of your job of of meal plan prepping, right? Yeah, I got you. Knowing my luck, I'll probably self-induce hunger pains and start having to. Why isn't CR talking? Sorry for talking with my mouth full. That's why the camera's off. Now you're tired away. And now you're here, right, Roy? Now you're here. I got you, Lori. Gotcha. All right, Roman. I appreciate you taking a little bit of your time to drop in, chime in. So good. Always welcome back. Oh, I see that CR word right there. I seriously, like, more and more lately, I always notice the CR words, either visually or hearing it. You'll see me on the side check. Woo! The host or whoever, you said that word I'd like to hear. And people are like, what word, CR? I'm like, you said the word care or creativity and stuff like that. Perhaps I have selective hearing towards it now. Yeah, creating. Yeah. Yeah. What? You seen Aerosmith? Dang. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool, Vanessa, Katie. That's cool. That's cool. Speaking of creating, there, like I said, there is some videos in the works. I actually have long form content, short form content like the shorts and some reels for the people that follow me on Instagram too. You know, in the if they're not already in the works, they're already there, just waiting to be public, or they're already scheduled as real. They're already scheduled as shorts or as long form content, and just waiting for the time to post it. I mean, to make it go public. So, because like I said earlier, I've been scheduling a lot more on the YouTube side. I really wish Instagram would allow you to schedule the reels. I've said this the last 2 times probably I've been streaming. I really wish they would add that in. I mean, to me, it would just make it so much more convenient and easier to work with. Hey, I want to schedule a reel just like how I can schedule a short on YouTube, right? As a video or whatever, right? But now Instagram, I gotta save it as draft and wait until the day that I want to post it. Then, okay, now share, right? Which is inconvenience when I'm trying to like get content out, or let's say if you're away for a while, right? Away from Wi-Fi, away from had no data or whatever, on vacation, camping or whatever, right? I would have to be like, well, I can't post any reels because I can't get online to kind of share it. It's in the draft form right now, right? Which is funny because you can schedule a live stream on Instagram. It has to be an hour in advance at least, but you can still schedule it. So I'm like, you see what I mean? Like you figure, come on, programmers and IT and all those people, right? Make the experience better for the end user, right? Of the platform. And that was just a little rant. When you're making a bunch of those hamburgers, some veggies with your celery, carrots, peppers, onions, garlic, mushrooms, and probably a pastor's side dish. Anyone got any ideas? Yeah, I got an idea. I'm getting hungry because my mouth's starting to water from just reading what he just put right there in my chat, in my chat, side chat right there. Self-induced hunger pains right there for me. Yeah, no. Jay, I will say something to you right now. There is a video I have where I don't mention you by name, but you will see their channel part of the video. I've actually already posted the video. It's scheduled right now. Delayed. Because it was originally supposed to be this video on January 12th of this month. I delayed it till next month now. For now. But yes, you will see something. Your name in the video, by the way, Lori J. With your channel icon. I decided to post a video of it. However, I decided to post some of these reschedule that video for next month because I want to post some of this air stuff for this month still. Are kind of more related to winter. Because when I'm posting that air video that I delayed time to be public, it can wait a little bit longer because it's not very seasonal dependent. So, and besides, I needed some content for next month. That's not until next month. Yeah, you can't wait, yeah. So yeah, maybe you can be my camera, Mega be your cameraman. Oh, maybe. I think he meant maybe your cameraman. It says Mega. I think that was a manga typo there. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a shorter video, but it's just something I'm like, you know what? This is a content. Why not? You know, because actually I posted the video, like it's not public yet because it's scheduled, but that video I actually worked on it since last month. I actually had it out last month. I just kind of been delaying it because some of this other content that you've seen in the last couple weeks, I've shot more recently, but I wanted them out on the channel sooner just because they're more seasonal dependents and they're more relatable at the time, especially the last 2, 3 videos. They're more relatable for this time of year right now. This other video, like I said, Larry, it's gonna be out later, probably next month. I have it scheduled for next month right now. Say specific time because I may still change the date on it. However, the time of day will still probably be the same. Afternoon time, like right now. Like exactly this time right now. So around that afternoon time. So 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. I've been gravitating towards that time frame for posting, generally posting long form content, the shorts, and the reels that I do on Instagram. However, sometimes I will post at different times, but that's for extra content that I may have, right? Or because I just want to. This is my channel or Instagram, right? So, yeah. Oh, look at that! It's growing on Vancouver Island. You know what? For growing on Vancouver Island, you and Lori J are in that. I don't mention you by name, but you will see your icon and your channel name in that video. By the way. I love how she just joined. Both of you just joined. I wasn't even planning on that. I was just like, look at that segue right there. The coincidence, like things were just meant to come together, right? From I'm not gonna do a stream an hour ago to I'll schedule it 15 minutes later. This stream and look who shows up. Sorry, girl. I'm like, hi, how are you doing, Lisa? I thought that's awesome. I missed your stream that last time growing on Vancouver Island because I didn't realize you were doing a stream. Like I said earlier, some of you, the stream times overlap, and I tried to chime in as much as possible, but I may be already in a stream that I am very fond of staying in or talking with. So I'm trying to chime in. However, if there's no stream going on and you're going live, then yeah, most likely I'll probably drop in just because I have the time. Right? And then there's other times I'm either in another stream or hey, I'm heading out or I gotta do stuff. I just gotta actually do stuff, whatever it is, like actual. Like I gotta go shovel the snow now, not later, right? And I don't like working in the background that much, right? I like to try to chime in as much as possible, right? Because I enjoy the interactivity of the live streams / premieres to a certain degree because you get this kind of more real-time interaction, right? You type the announcer or panel members talk and and such, or you're chiming back and forth between our channels out there, inside chat and stuff like that. Probably our channel moderators and all that stuff. So yeah. Technically, I don't mention you guys by name. I don't know. I may throw in the links in the description. I actually haven't added that yet. I may throw that in. Or something like that. Or say something in there. See, I'm trying not to give away the thing. I'm like so excited to talk about it, but I gotta remember. I don't want to spoil it. You guys aren't gonna watch the video. Right? I don't. Like, I watched your live stream. I got the gist of it. But yes, yes. But just say I kind of considered what you guys said. Well, you gal said, I should say, right? Uh, no, growing up, Lisa, this video is scheduled. I originally scheduled it for January of this month, but I decided, but since I recorded more content that needed to be posted for this month because it was more seasonal dependent, I pushed that other video with you that you, Lori, Jay are technically part of, technically on screen, anyways. Not my name, but that can wait a little bit longer because it's less seasonal dependent. So I want to post some of this more winter related stuff beforehand while I still can, because especially now that it's January, because everybody hits March. Because once March rolls around more, April, generally people are going to be thinking springtime more, right? More often, especially people in the U.S., right? I thought, the temperature's going to be above freezing, probably above 5 Celsius, 50, 40 Fahrenheit, right? So talking about winter stuff, unless it's, it's only, I got a snowstorm. Besides that, some just DIY stuff that I want to post, share. It's probably more applicable if I share it sooner than later. For example, if I'm sharing a DIY project about something in the wintertime and I post it in April or May, it's probably not going to do as well, I think. Just because it's not. I just don't think people would search for that. Or they'll put it on their watch later, right, kind of deal, because, it's not as applicable, But if it's cold outside and I'm talking about something that's like, hey, for example, hypothetically, how to stay warmer, I'm pretty sure people would probably watch it now than later, just because it's more applicable. It's like, yeah, I'm thinking about that right now, so I'll watch it right now. That kind of deal. In my opinion. Yeah, you look forward to it, yeah. Oh, by the way, both of you, I'm actually working on this. I have the shorts. Well, technically, it's a shorts and reel because it's using the content twice on both platforms. But just working on. I have the green screen effect thing that I want to put forth. So we'll see. We'll see how well that works. We'll see how well that works. A little bit of sun out here. I see the birds flying by. See the birds flying by. I actually watched this video the other day on how the birds handle the winter time. And I'm like, so they shiver, they fluff up, and they try to eat. Yeah. Because I always wondered, right? It's like, I come outside, it's like, maybe it's sunny out, but it's like minus 30 out, and I just hear the birds, right? I realize now it's because they're trying to look for food. That's why they're active. And that's why you tend not to hear them at night. Because they're trying to be like, in a sheltered area, like in a tree line or in a burrow or something like that, right? I just like, so that's how the little birds handle it. Right? Because you always wonder, it's like, how do these little birds handle the cold here in Canada, right? Our birds, like geese or whatever, they'll fly south. Right, but no, not these little birds. So, like I said, that's why I probably just saw them flying by, because they're probably looking for their next meal, so to speak. What I've also heard is that they actually do cache their stuff, CACHE cache, right? Not monetary, but they cache their food and stuff like that, or no places to go get it. Behind stuff and stuff like that. Because also, they're not, living off the insects off the ground, because there's snow and cold everywhere. And of course, if they're lucky, the little places like the bird feeders in the neighborhood or something like that. I thought that was kind of interesting. It was so interesting. I added that video to my to a playlist I have about birds, just because I thought that was very interesting and very informative too. Yes, exactly. It depends, right? Sometimes I've actually, and there is this uh, the Canadian Red Cross kit that I posted back in July. Actually, technically, I premiered it on Canada Day. I actually got some more messages from that. It was funny. I didn't reply to the person for like 10 days because I was like trying to think of what to say. Right, like I posted my reply to them. 20 minutes later, they're like they sent me back a reply right away. I was like, oh, look at that. They're actually active. Right. That's one of the updated videos I want to do for this year. Hopefully, I can squeeze in some time for it. It's not the content's the stuff's already there. I just have to record it. I just have to find the time recording it. However, I gotta put out some of this other content first. Right? So this winter stuff I'm gonna post it beforehand, right? Then July video that could wait till like May or June. I'll post that later. Like yeah, seasonal things, yeah. Hmm. Let me see, Lori. Well, I mean, technically, growing up in Vancouver Island and Lori J, technically, I reused some of this content in the beginning. However, I changed it, right? Because I know YouTube does not want you to use exact content. As long as you change it, voice over it, maybe do a reaction video to it or a commentary to it, then it's fine. They don't want you posting the exact same content twice without you changed it. Okay. Yeah. So I made sure when I was editing, I'm like, yeah, let's change this. You'll see once you see that video, you'll realize that it's just like you've seen that form of content before. However, I voiced over it and added things into it, among some other things, to kind of illustrate the point that I'm making it in it. Right? I think this is why I want to post it later. I was thinking of introducing it later, but now more and more. This is more applicable. I know, right? And repair. Right. I can react to my own videos if I knew how. Or Jay, it's just kind of like doing a video response, like I said about what I said in that live stream a couple days back, right? About doing that. Right? You can do a VR video response, right? Pretty much like you can do it in several different ways, where you can have video playing and you're just kind of having a picture-in-picture thing of a picture of you just talking about it, right? And it's like, you know, maybe, hey, I made, for example, here, like, let's just say you made this survival kit 6 years ago, right? And let's just say you wanted to review it and compare it to what you know nowadays, or the gear you have now, right? You could be like, you could pause it. Like, you can do this in post-production too, right? You don't have to do it in real time, right? But, because obviously you could just freeze the video portion where you want to say something and be like, you know, this knife I have, right? You know, I don't know what I was thinking of putting a folding knife in here. You know, I should have put a fixed blade in here instead, kind of commentary or whatever. You kind of quote unquote reacting to it or talking about it, right? As long as it's something like that. Because I've seen stuff like that too, right? You know, on our channels, even bigger channels and stuff like that, right? It's just a way to kind of get a little more insight in something, maybe your thoughts about something that you can say in that video, and stuff like that. I mean, I've been considering that before and doing stuff like that, but I don't know. I don't know. Because I do have kids in the past that I try to do that on. I mean, there is this one video that I posted a while back, a long time ago. This 5-pound survival gator. It was a channel. It was a channel. A VR. Who was that for? Chris Tanner and stuff like that. So I've been thinking about doing something like that. I could actually, because technically I just have to re-download the footage, right, and just kind of voice over it, and just give more input in, right? What I can, what differences would I would do now, or what do I think about what I had back? That was probably back in 2017, 2016, I think, right? Hey, 8 years later, what do I think about this kit that I made 6-7 years ago, right? For what it was, right? What would I do differently? Would I be like, hey, I don't have, and stuff like that, because that specific kid, that 5-pound kid, although I did put it together as a video, the contents of the year got spread out to different kids. Especially that more knife that I had in there. It got put forth somewhere else. Yeah. So I'm just reading the chat right now. How do you film yourself? How do I do VR? So basically, or EJ to answer it, and I'm kind of summarizing it and kind of simplifying it a little bit here for the sake of this stream, right? Because I could probably talk an hour about that. But basically, what you would do in the video editor is, as your videos play, right, you just record clips of you talking about it and just post it. Do a picture-in-picture thing, which is known generally in the video editing apps as overlay, right? So the footage, let's just say I'll use the 5-pound survival kit as the example here, right? I would have that video playing, right, for a little bit, and then after it shows something or whatever, I'd be like, you'll see a PIP, picture-in-picture thing of my face or whatever, icon or whatever. I'd be talking about it. It'll be like, the footage would freeze, so to speak, and I'd be like, yeah, this item right here, at that time, it was lightweight or whatever, but I've kind of gone away from it now a little bit more, because I've learned more things about it, right? And you just see me kind of reacting to it or talking about it, right? To a certain degree. And to do that is relatively straightforward in terms of in the video editor. Regardless if you're using an app or a program on a desktop or a computer or whatever, right? So if you're using like a tablet, a phone or whatever, right? You would just put it in the top left-hand corner or something like that, or the bottom left-hand corner, right? Smaller, right? And you're just kind of talking about it. You film yourself all the time. Just use a tripod. Yeah, a tripod helps. Right? You get those stationary shots at least, so you don't get that motion blur of holding a phone and stuff like that, or so it's more stationary and it works. And the thing is, it's a little bit easier to join or splice the footage together if it's kind of more stationary for what it is. Right? I mean, especially if you're trying to do quote unquote fancy stuff like, hey, I'm trying to remove the background right, or something like that. Like if you see some of those walking videos I've done outside, right, and you see me putting text behind me and stuff like that, yeah, green screen. Tripod helps. because it kind of locks that position in, right? Well, the only thing changing is maybe the clouds going by or me walking through the scene versus, irregular movements like jitterness or hand shakiness or camera shakiness, right? Which would kind of make removing the background or adding something behind me in front of the background and between me and the background harder. It's not impossible, but it's just more challenging because now you got imperfections of how things turn in the scene and stuff like that. All right, I got someone doing stuff behind me here. You see chefs reacting to get other chefs videos. I have no idea how to put it together or make a video of me on top of it. I'm very yeah, okay. No. You just not aware of it yet, Corey J. You're just not aware of it yet. Dummy. Alright? It's like anything out there, alright? Everyone's gonna learn from the beginning, alright? Now, sometimes people can be more, beginner's luck, pick it up fast, right? Some people can pick up certain things faster than other people just because they can relate it in from something else that they've known before, right? I can be like that too, right? Even some of this quote unquote tech stuff, right? If it's new or I've never done it, yeah, it's new to me, right? But I can relate it in from something else I've done before, right? So I can pick it up faster. Versus, someone that's kind of limited more on the knowledge, experience, and skill level, right? It may be a little bit harder. Maybe a little bit harder. Yeah, I see it. Exactly, see? Yeah, see, growing up in Vancouver, you've told me before you're using CapCut, isn't it? You're using the Pro. I actually haven't dipped into the Pro yet. I'm still trying to get better with just the stock stuff available, just so I get better at using it. Right, perfecting the skill. So if the gear or resources per se increases, then I can still apply the skill. Right? Just related into that preparedness thing here. It's a little bit cold out here. I'm wearing fingerless gloves so I can still touch the screen, but my fingertips are kind of starting to get frosty. You got burned down 3 years ago, so yeah, you're using 12 days out of the 14, which is yeah, okay, yeah. Is listening unless I'm actually physically doing it. I don't want. Yeah, I get that, Laura J. I think like one of my buddies, right? Like he's picked up some stuff too, right? But when I actually went to go see him in the real world, like actually physically see him, right, face to face and all that stuff, I showed him something right in front of them, on their phone, with their own content, right? Just as an example of that quote unquote editing skill or something you can learn physically, right? And I said to them, I'm like, I'm showing you how to do this. You just have to apply that knowledge into your own footage that you do have as a content creator, right? I don't go too in depth with it, but basically I was just showing something that they can do, right? And be like, hey, just apply that knowledge, right? Adapt that knowledge in for what you have, right? As footage, for what you want to share on your own channel, or on the whatever platform you're using, Instagram, X, whatever. Well, maybe not X, but YouTube, Rumble, TikTok, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I got you. I got you. I got you. I get what you're saying. Well, yeah, I got you. Yeah, just enjoy it, right? I mean, I'm even starting to pick up things too. I've been doing this for long enough that I'm still picking up stuff, right? And starting to learn a few things, right? Just try things out, right? Like I said, I tried out this green screen effect, right? I actually decided to try this up. There is actually both a reels and a shorts with for it as an example of what I've done. Something I've done and kind of related into the channel to a certain degree. It was kind of cool. It was just like I was trying to make it kind of more quote unquote realistic, or at least kind of blend in stuff a little bit better. So it looks more like something you might want to see in a movie or a film. A lot more, right? A little bit more quote unquote professional and less newbie to a certain degree by just doing a simple thing like cloning and copying it and duplicating. What's up, sunflowers? Look about that. Well, growing on Vancouver Island, well, she grows things. She has her fairy garden. I know she grows sunflowers too. I know she has because I've seen her try to pull one out of the ground. I still remember that video, girl. You trying to pull it out and you almost fell back. Come on, right? Yeah. Yeah. What she said. What she said. What she said. Gardening in nature. Yeah. 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 Exactly. Yeah. She does grow sunflowers too. Sunflowers. So. She does. I think it was one of the first videos I've seen from her. Actually, one of the first videos I saw from you is on that side path that you have growing on Vancouver Island. I remember that video. That rock bed that you have. I think that was one of the first videos I saw from you. Every so often she goes live. Well, sunflowers. Just grow one. Just grow it. Just grow one. Just grow one. It doesn't have to be big. Right? Enjoy it and see a nice bloom at the end. Right? I think this is why I showed that small container gardening type video back last year, back in November, late November. I mean, early November, just after Halloween, or was it before Halloween? Well, one and two. So, I mean, for anyone that doesn't know, after I posted that video, it snowed. So pretty much, I have a picture of a sunflower with snow behind it. Oh, I thought that was hilariously ironic. I was like, who's ever seen a sunflower in the real world with their own eyes, seen a sunflower with snow behind it? I have now, because I've done it once now. That was funny. I'm a blooming sunflower and there's snow in the background. Of the same picture. It's the same picture or footage. It wasn't, there's no post-production Photoshop or anything like that, right? It wasn't stitched together or anything like that. That's what really happened. I thought that was kind of funny. Because it snowed here right before Halloween. Well, actually, I never posted that. Man, I don't know if I don't think I have it on my phone. I think I deleted it, but I think I shared it, so I might be able to grab a copy of it. But anyways, I just didn't post anything about that part of it. I just thought it was kind of funny. I think I shared it over on my Instagram to some other content creators that I shared time with, in a group chat and stuff like that. So yeah, what's my time here? Why is my phone not going up? I swear it feels like I've been stuck at that 79% forever. It's just like, so yeah. That reminds me. So I may post this as a community board thing. I've been thinking about it, right? Bringing in some of this editing stuff a little bit more on the channel. I've brought it in the past, right? However, I've never really gotten good traction off of it at times. Like I've seen people drop by, don't get me wrong, or I live streamed me showing something in Photopea. I know some parts you've seen me use Photopea before, right? Photopea is a web-based version of something like an earlier version of Photoshop, so you can do some really cool things. It's specifically meant for pictures, right? For photos, right? It's not a video editor, but I've shown that before, right? Technically, you could do it on the tablet on phone. It's just a little bit more tricky because, limited real estate in terms of screen size. You can't use keyboard shortcuts like you can on a desktop or on a computer or a laptop, but it is still possible. However, apps are probably a little bit more used than Photopea is if you're using a tablet or phone. Okay. I see. I read that comment. The last comment. Good on it. But yeah, I've been thinking about introducing something. One of the I've seen videos out there from our content creators, especially here on the YouTube side of the content creators, right? And people showing how to do this, how to here's XYZ editing app, and they supposedly show how to use it, right? I mean, some of those tutorials are pretty good, right? But I think one of the things I've noticed is that I need some people have issues. I shouldn't say issues, but have problems still following along, and I get it, right? If you haven't been trained, learned it in school, educated, or shown it, it's kind of daunting, all right? It's just like, what's this again, right? Because sometimes, as a content creator, right, you kind of jump into things really fast, right? You use more technical terms or the words of the trade a little bit too fast, right? And some people will fall behind. It's like, what's this? What's keyframing? What's keying? What's picture-in-picture, right? So I did bring up this I have this kind of written down where I'm like thinking of actually going through that process a bit, right? I've been thinking about it, so let me know either in the side chat listening right now, or if you're watching this as a replay, timestamp that in, right, where I am right now, which is about, I don't know, an hour and 14 minutes in, so let me know if you want to see that, right? Because I've been thinking about that, right? We're basically not on any specific video editor or video editing app, like kind of more general things, right? Regardless of which video editor or video editing app you use, whatever it is. Because there's many out there. I've tried many of them. I have so many. I actually have 9 on the phone right now. On this phone right here, I got at least 9 apps specifically for video editing. For obvious reasons, right? But generally, a lot of them do similar things. I think it's just like anything out there. If you can understand the basic things, the fundamentals, you just work on those fundamentals. Just like in preparedness, you work on, you get that kind of food, water thing out of the way, the medical, and then you just build on top of that, right? The shelter aspects of it, the security aspects of preparedness, right? Also, there was the lighting, communication things, right? Flashlights, radios, and stuff like that. Like radios, wind up radios that might have a torch flashlight on it too, right? And you just kind of build on it, right? always building on those fundamentals from the foundation up, right? Because you know, as a metaphor, like a house, right? If you have a good foundation on something, build on top of that, it just gets better, right? But if the foundation's poor, it don't matter what you build on top, right? Because you it kind of starts to crumble, or you misunderstand things and miss things. If that makes any sense. Hi, Uncle Al. I see you in there. I know. Hi, Uncle Al. Thank you for dropping by. And no, Uncle Al, I'm not wearing the scarf right now. I'm just wearing a hoodie. It's not that cold. However, yesterday I did wear the scarf. Let's just say I've adapted a couple ideas of that. A couple scarf ideas out there. I kind of adapted them and tried them out. I'm being persuaded to enjoying the scarf again. Like I've worn bandanas and stuff like that, but I think one of the reasons why I didn't wear a scarf as much in comparison to a buff or a gator is because things like getting caught, the tassels, scarf getting caught in a zipper when you're trying to zipper up your jacket or whatever. Nah, I didn't like so much. But let's just say I changed the scarves out, and now I'm more a believer of this version of the scarf that I have because it's more multifunctional. And yeah, I tried it out yesterday. Because it was mine's 15 up. And it was windy. Yeah, it helped. It definitely helped. Take care. Lisa. Nice to see you around. I'll probably go for a little bit longer, probably, I don't know. An hour or 90-minute mark, whatever. We'll see. We'll see what goes on. So yeah. Like I said, let's just say I went out yesterday to do something, and let's just say there will be an Instagram reel from that. I don't think I will post. As far as I know, I don't think I'm gonna be making a YouTube version of it. We'll see. Because I can't post it as a shorts because it's longer than a minute, or it would be longer than a minute unless I shrink it down. I don't know. I'll think about it still. I still got some time. I already have the Instagram real version of it, so I do. I'm pretty sure I saved my project file, so I could probably still make a short, either a short or a long form or a 16:9 aspect ratio of it on YouTube here. I'm thinking of it, but I have to do some other editing for some other content here. Yeah, because especially since I have like 50 minutes worth of footage, then I'm still trying to shrink down and condense down and voiceover and speed up, and it's a DIY video. Yeah, I gotta work on that one because I'm trying, keyword trying to post it for this week. Now, if I don't, I do have a video in the meantime, but I kind of want to post it sooner than later. Like it's in my sheet of ideas for this year, right? This ideas for YouTube for 2024, right? And apparently, I just lost the right side of my headset. I think for sure I will be going till like the bottom of the hour, 10 more minutes at most. So, I'm starting to die, and I sound different when I'm not using a headset. Supposedly, everyone always tells me this, although I don't know why. But yeah, I'm working on the content, right? So. I mean, this is another reason why I'm not always in the streams, because I'm trying to allocate some time to the channel too now. However, I'm still trying to allocate some time towards the content creators out there, the people that I follow, the videos that I follow, right? The people that I'm subscribed to and follow on Instagram and all that stuff, right? I'm still trying to give some time over there, right? Especially if it's something I'm really more passionate about, right? I'll be like, okay, edit another 5, 10 more minutes here or whatever, do something, and then okay, I'm done chiming at the top of an hour for someone for their live stream for a little bit, right? Now, usually I've been chiming in on the live streams in evening time here uh, in North America, anyway, right? So I'm trying to chime in. That's why sometimes you'll see me not miss a few videos or a little bit behind, 12 hours behind from when it was uploaded. A couple of days later, I'm watching it. All right. Even you, Uncle Al, right? Right? I know you mentioned me in your last video, or one of your last videos, right? Like literally, see my channel name. All I saw was the CR in there. I'm like, ooh, I want to see this, and I kind of like, oh, okay. Once I saw the full title, I'm like, oh, okay. I appreciate. I did appreciate you kind of mentioning me, right, and stuff like that, and mentioning about the scarf now. And yes, one of my shorts did show one of the scarves I use. Well, more like modified to use now. Something I tried out after seeing one of the bushcrafters show a video about a modified scarf or whatever. I was just like, yeah, you know what? It's trying to sound. I had to put it together and try it out for real, right? And not just assume things, right? I kind of understand what they say about this multifunctional scarf idea now a little bit more. I'm starting to see the wisdom in having something like that. Almost to the point where if I was updating clothing bag or whatever, let's say like a go bag or whatever, right? Or get home bag, I may substitute the toucan for a modified scarf. We'll see. Because one of the things I noticed was like, hey, you know what? I have all these extra scarves. I should do something with them, right? Because I've been so used to wearing buffs that I kind of put the scarves on the back burner and I went, let's do something with these, right? So I tried one out. I enjoyed it. Now I'm modifying some more. I've already modified another one. I just slowly modified the shorter ones. I'm working on towards modifying the longer ones, because they'll take a little bit more time to modify. But yeah. What's up, Bob? I see Arc Wildman's in the house with me. What's up, Bofia? Nice to see you. Of course, 8 still chiming in here. Like I said, I'll probably go to that 90-minute mark because my headset's dying. I know I'm probably 7 more minutes on the stream here. I appreciate you both dropping by. Nice to see you both. Virtual fist bump to Arc Wildman. And Bob, please don't fire me. Inside joke. And sometimes those inside jokes are kind of funny, right? Keeps you kind of sane, right? Keeps you laughing, right? A little bit of humor is good every so often. I know Arc Wildman, I know you do every so often do some karaoke. I haven't seen you do it for a little while, or I've missed a couple of them, but you know, even something like that too, right? You know, singing a song or whatever, playing some music. I know, Bob, you've made music on your turrets in the past or whatever, right? So, you know, that's a form of, you know, picking up your morale, just laughter, singing, right? And singing for the moment. You know, I've mentioned this before, I don't drink as much as I used to, but I kind of starting to miss the karaoke part a little bit more. Like, over the Christmas time, my friend was like, hey, blah, 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 has been asking about you. And they used to be a karaoke host, right? I haven't seen them for a while. Even used to do karaoke together and, you know, have a beer or whatever together, right? So, and stuff like that. So, man, I'm starting to miss that now. I'm always thinking about that. It's because if I do karaoke again at a bar, alcohol's just don't be involved. And, you know, I kind of I wouldn't say gave up drinking alcohol, but dramatically reduced it. Dramatically, right? I think I only had like a few drinks last year in 2023. One in July, 2 in December. That was it. All right. I woke up the next day at my friend's place, talking to my friend's dad. It's like, yeah, you know, I don't You feel, I don't miss, a slight headache, like a hangover. I'm like, yeah, I don't miss drinking that much. I really don't. But I do miss the karaoke aspect of going out. Right? So I've been thinking about that. Yeah. Well, you're still doing that, bro? Nice, nice. Oh, don't tempt me, CR. Don't tempt me now. I like how I read that comment and Bob's already back. Yeah. So I'll probably go for another 4 minutes here. I know you guys chimed in late. It's because I know if I would have to plug in my headset because I know I sound different on the phone compared to the headset. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I got something in the works too. In the works too, boss. I got like a couple pounds of it. I'm just waiting a little bit more. Just a blend of stuff, things I've done in the last 4 years now. So just keep adding to the soil. I guess, right? Yeah. Ali from Food Forest Permaculture would say, make pathway soil. Right? Keep adding to that soil out there, right? Add to the life, get some more life in the soil, and then in turn the plants can grow better. Better, right? Feed the soil to feed the plants. I would say. And it's really, speaking of my art friend, that reminds me. I wouldn't say they're great at gardening, but they know a thing or two about gardening too. But they've told me it's like, CR, I've done because they do scrapping right now, right? They know about to a certain degree, right? Because they've grown something, right? Now they've been starting to learn about editing, and they see me doing it. They see the videos, tutorials out there, and they're like, it makes me happy when I see that because it just shows that, you know, all of us can do a lot of different things. You know, maybe not great, but we can know enough to get by or know enough to understand the concepts, right? Whatever it is, right? Just like I've said this before, I enjoy sewing as much as I like working with like a grinder. I like using a grinder and sewing as much as I like editing, right? Because to me, I'll say this time and time again, those are all forms of creating for me. And of course, I love creating. So all that stuff, I enjoy it, right? You know, some of that stuff, it has its ups and downs, their frustrations and stuff like that. But generally speaking, I enjoy that kind of stuff because there's just something about it, right? Because you're putting something together, right? Where gardening, you're putting something together to make something grow. In terms of fabrication, like using a grinder, and you're bringing resources together to make something like a shelf or whatever. Maybe it's wood, maybe it's metal or plastic, whatever. Right? And then you're bringing footage, B-roll, audio, footage together and making and effects, and you're making some sort of quote unquote film, cinematic, interesting thing, right? So to me, it's all form of creating for me. Even karaoke is a form of creating too. I know people that are, they'll have the karaoke, they'll actually freestyle to that beat, right? And to me, that's cool too because it's a form of creating, right? Because you're actually kind of working with the beat and just creating lyrics on the fly kind of deal, which is really cool. And yes, this person I know, he's kind of does this rapping kind of deal, right? He's kind of good at rhyming and all this stuff, right? It's really cool. I heard him break it down when I saw them back on Christmas night. It was really cool. I haven't seen them for a couple of years. It's really cool to see them again, all right? And they just As soon as I saw them, they just broke down a beat for me right away, and just like, yeah, 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 just like old times. I can be like, you ready, buddy? Yeah. That's good times. Yeah. Yeah. I think the keyword right there is some, right, Bob? Some. Some. Some, right? Yes. So, yes, I, you know, I'm thinking about this right now. I'm more inclined to want to create something now. Although I probably need to edit this video out. I gotta edit this video out. It's gonna be longer. Well, longer than some of my last past videos. Right? It's a DIY type of video, so I have to take some more time at it. I already thought up the title. The thumbnail is kind of done. I just actually have to put the footage together and finish recording it and all that good stuff. And perhaps put it out for this week so I can delay some of these other videos that I've already scheduled on the channel for the week after and so forth, and delay those for another week. Because technically, I already have videos out until past Valentine's Day, except for this DIY video that I want to put out is more seasonal, and I would like to put it out while it's still cold or winter time, as it's more applicable for this time of year. Because if I don't put it out by like this month or like by Valentine's Day, I'll have to delay it until like December, October, December, November. Because I'm pretty sure no one's gonna watch me DIY something for the winter time when it's April, May, June, July, August. Probably not. Probably not. And besides, I'll already have. I will have gardening type of videos during that time of year anyway, so I don't need content at that time because I'll probably already have content, right? Grows, so to speak, you know. So I just want to keep adding more to the videos on the trellis. Yes. Yeah, so, yeah. I'm just gonna actually stop my playback footage for here. Stop the loop. It's gonna stop looping once that. And my channel icon will appear back on right here. I think if I did this right, it should instantly wrap out. There we go. Almost like it overlaps. Transition to it. So I appreciate it. Actually, before I even say that, hopefully my headset doesn't die before I finish the outro here. I appreciate you all taking the time to drop by here. Let me just pause the daydream music. I appreciate everyone taking the time to drop by on this stream. And as I shared a few extra things, reconnect with some of you out there. Because I see you guys and girls chiming in. I appreciate it. Shout out to the replay gang and all that good stuff. So go out there, everyone. Literally go out there or work with your hands, work with the stuff, work with the gear, right? Learn something new, right? You know, if you can craft, try woodworking. If you can work, try editing. If you can edit, try working with metal, right? And try to be more diversify what you can do. You're not just one trick pony out there. You know, you're not just someone that can edit. You can sew too. You're not just a street seamstress or a tailor or someone that just sews with a sewing machine. You can make videos too, right? And edit the content too, and show that stuff. If you can work with machines, snowblower, cars, or whatever, right? Maybe show that hey, I can edit videos too, and stuff like that, and just kind of diversify and be able to do more, right? Because every single time I see people doing different things, different kind of things like sewing, editing, wood crafting, wood crafting, carving on all that stuff, doing all that stuff. Every time I see that from from the same person or same group of people, it always motivates me to up my game in terms of hey, I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna try making something with wood, right? I'll edit the content too, right? Maybe I'll sew something to go with it too, right? And try something new too, and up my creation game. Because seeing you guys up your game motivates me to up my game. Whew. I just made that up, by the way. Anyways, everyone, I appreciate you all dropping by. So go out there, create something awesome out there because things are changing out there. Go adapt with it too. Increase that skill and knowledge. And go try to help someone out there if you can. Anyways, everyone, and as a final thing here, as a final thing, just to show you guys, huh, snow, because because I'll just leave it as this. There's no place like home, everyone. Exactly. And with that, take care, everyone. Thanks for dropping by. I'll catch you all next time. And I'll catch you on the live streams out there from me, from our content creators, or from your own in the sign chat, wherever you are. Take care, everyone. And no, I'm not sending the snow to you, Bob. I was about to end the stream, but now I am.